So if the visitor badge around my neck doesn't give it away, then the wall of fantastic reels behind me certainly will. You join me here at Daiwa HQ, where I'm going to tell you all about some of the fantastic advancements in technology that Daiwa are putting into their reels to make them some of the best on the market. I think we better get into it. Let's go. So first things first, let's talk about a technological advancement that the guys at Daiwa use to save you money. Yes, you heard me right, they want to save you money by making your fishing reels last longer. 𝗪𝗔𝗄 technology is incorporated through many of the Daiwa reels within the range, and it basically creates a completely frictionless barrier to the internals of your reels. There'll be no water ingress, there'll be no fine abrasive ingress, and there certainly won't be any salt ingress. Those three things are what cause the most amount of damage in fishing reels, so being able to keep them outside of the reel body, you're certainly on to a winner. So 𝗪𝗔𝗄 technology involves magnets that then work in conjunction with magnetized oil to create said barrier. Now, conventional style fishing reels over time, seals will wear, bearings will wear, and in the process of that, they will gradually change shape. Obviously, as they do so, the seals become less effective, allowing dirt to ingress into the reel. The 𝗪𝗔𝗄 technology enables that seal to morph and change shape over time, meaning that your reels stay sealed for longer. Now, that same technology is now so far advanced that it can be incorporated into the smallest bearings that are internal to a reel. The smallest of tiny little roller bearings can be protected with 𝗪𝗔𝗄 technology. And in turn, that means your reels not only last longer, but they are simply smoother. They will stay silky smooth for the entire time that you own them. So before we move on to another very special technology, this is a visual representation of how the 𝗪𝗔𝗄 technology actually works. In this small vial, we have an amount of the magnetized oil, and as you can see, it acts as any other lubricant in a completely natural and liquid state. Now, as you move it down and it goes next to the magnets, as you can see, it has a massive reaction, and that is basically what creates the seal. You can see there the oil has now joined all the way across of the vial, and that is basically what is happening internally to one of the Daiwa premium reels. At the end of the day, if you want a reel that is going to stand the test of time, then you need to be looking at some with 𝗪𝗔𝗄 technology. So what exactly is slow cross wrap? In simple terms, it is a technology that is going to enable you to cast further. And this one is not only incorporated on the premium reels, but on several different reels throughout the entire Daiwa range. So that means there is a set of reels in a price range to suit you. Now let's delve slightly deeper into that technology and talk about why it makes a difference. So as you turn the reel handle, the spool of course will move up and down, and the rotor rotates around it. Now this has been machined in a very specific way to ensure that that line lays onto that spool in a very precise angle. Now that angle, combined with the amount of line that is being layered on top of each other, means that the lift off of line off of the spool is exactly what you would want it to be. You don't get too much line coming off the spool at once, causing frap ups. You also don't get too little line coming off the spool at once, which would then cause friction and shorter casting ranges. It has been manufactured to be perfect. So whether you're casting 30 yards or 130 yards, you can guarantee you're getting the absolute optimum out of the line lay on your reels. Now, if you are looking for a new set of reels and you want them to incorporate the slow cross wrap technology, you need to look for the 𝗪𝗔𝗔 designation. Now that will be either on the spool itself or in the title of the reel. As we know, Daiwa absolutely love an abbreviation in the title of a reel, so just keep an eye out. If you want slow cross wrap, 𝗪𝗔𝗔 is the one for you. As I've already started with the Daiwa abbreviations, we may as well just carry on. So next up, we're going to be taking a look at the 𝗪𝗔𝗔 designation. Now this stands for long cast, and it's incorporated into various different spools throughout the Daiwa range. This is a spool off of a 𝗬𝗫𝗃25, and this is a spool off of a 𝗃𝗶𝗺𝗵. Now, as you can see, size-wise, they're quite different, but they are both designed in a way to help you cast further. The upper lip on these spools is machined in a way that it basically has a 2-layer system. As the line comes off of the spool during a cast, the line is designed to hit both levels of that lip, and by doing so you are limiting the amount of line that can come off of the spool in one go, creating a nice narrow corridor that coil of line can fly through. Obviously, the narrower that corridor, the easier the line is going to go through the guides on your rod. At the end of the day, long cast technology really does exactly what it says on the tin. It's there to help you cast further. And just one more tip before we move on, these 𝗬𝗄𝐶 spools are designed to be filled in a way that both of those lips are still visible. That's how you will get optimum casting every single time. Now, in 2008, the guys at Daiwa changed the game for an awful lot of people. When it comes to distance control and your line, there really is nothing better than the 𝗖𝗔𝗥𝗣𝗍 line clip, a completely line-friendly way to make sure that you are accurate and on your mark time and time again. Now, the 𝗖𝗔𝗥𝗣𝗍 line clip is now incorporated on pretty much every single Daiwa reel throughout the range, meaning that you can be assured you will always be able to fish at your optimum. With the combination of some wrapping sticks, this really will take accuracy in your fishing to the next level. The sprung load mechanism allows easy entry and removal of your line from the clip, and also offers fantastic cushioning for when you're hitting that clip at range. Now, plenty of different companies throughout the years have tried to copy the 𝗖𝗔𝗥𝗣𝗍 line clip, but no one has really quite succeeded in the way that Daiwa did. As it is now more common that we use the front drag to control resistance throughout the reel, Daiwa decided they need to incorporate something to make that job that much easier, and that is when QD came about. QD is a concept that allows rapid engagement or release of that front drag system. It comes in at around half a turn, so you can go from completely free spool, if you like, to fully locked up in that very small movement of that front drag cap. However, that isn't all the information that you need to know about the QD designation, because there are a couple of variations within that you can basically use to tailor the type of clutch that you would like on your reel. You have the standard QD, the original, the all-time great, which, as we said, gives you roughly half a turn of adjustment to go from free spool to fully locked up. But in more recent times, Daiwa have released QDM. The QDM is a slight variation in that it gives you an even finer adjustment, and you get roughly 3/4 of a turn. Now, it doesn't sound like a huge difference, but when it comes to fish playing, the difference is quite significant. Now, how does all of this go into a fish playing scenario? Well, it's quite simple. Whether you're playing a fish at 130 yards or you're playing a fish under the rod tip, you can be assured that the QD system will make sure that you are in total control. And at the end of the day, that is going to mean you end up with more fish in the back of your landing net. Now, a lot of people don't know that Daiwa not only manufacture reels, but they service and repair them as well. Here in the Daiwa Service Centre, they can get your reels feeling like new again. They offer a manufacturer level service with, of course, genuine lubricants, genuine parts fitted by genuine technicians. Of course they're genuine, they're sat just behind me. Now, if your reels are in the latest range, of course they're going to be covered, but the guys at Daiwa also cover a back catalogue of reels up to 5 years as a minimum. So they do also service reels which are far older than that. So if you've got a set of old reels kicking around in your shed that you'd like to give a new lease of life, don't hesitate to give the guys at Daiwa a call or pop into your local dealer. Now, I hope you found this video useful or even slightly entertaining. If you did, please do give it that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course hit that bell notification icon, because the last thing you want to do is miss out on any more content just like this from myself and Neil. I will see you in the next one. Thanks very much.